when to use who and when to use whom. To help understand the difference between the use of these two words, it's helpful to understand the difference between a subject and an object. The subject of a sentence is the person or thing performing the action. The object of a sentence is the person or thing receiving the action. Let's use this sentence as an example. Max saw Alison at the shops. Max is performing the action. He did the seeing. Max is the subject. Alison is receiving the action. She was seen by Max. Alison is the object. This is important to know because the pronouns we use depend on whether we refer to a subject or an object. When referring to a subject, we use these pronouns: I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. When referring to an object, we use these pronouns: me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. We might say he saw Alison at the shops, but we couldn't say him saw Alison at the shops. We might say Max saw her at the shops, but we couldn't say Max saw she at the shops. The difference in the use of who and whom comes down to whether we are referring to the subject or an object. Who is used to refer to the subject of a sentence, while whom is used to refer to the object of a sentence. Look at the following sentence. Should we use who or whom? To decide, we need to know if we're referring to the subject or the object. The subject of the sentence is Max, because he is doing the seeing. The question is referring to the person receiving the action, the object. We'll need the pronoun that refers to an object. The pronoun whom refers to objects. Therefore, whom did Max see at the shops is correct. If subjects and objects are still a little confusing, there is a simpler way. We can substitute the words he or she and him or her to help us decide whether we should be using who or whom. If the question can be answered using the pronouns he or she, then the word who is used. If the question can be answered using the pronouns him or her, then the word whom is used. Let's apply that trick using our first example. Whom did Max see at the shops? We can answer this question with Max saw her at the shops. Because it can be answered with the object pronoun her, we know to use the pronoun whom. Let's try a new sentence. Who or whom asked Grace to dance? Which words can be used to answer the question? He and she, or him and her? The question can be answered with he or she. For example, he asked Grace to dance. We must therefore use the word who, the subject pronoun. Try these next sentences yourself. Work out whether who or whom is needed. Pause here while you work. Let's go through them. The first we can answer using the subject pronoun he or she. For example, he is ready. This means that we need the subject pronoun who. The second can be answered using the object pronoun him or her. For example, I took him to the beach. This means we need the object pronoun whom. The third can be answered using the subject pronoun. For example, he must apologize. The word who must be used. Number 4 could be answered with him or her. I am baking for him. The word whom is correct. The last. To whom should I address the letter? This is correct because it could be answered, you should address the letter to him. Whom is always used after a preposition. For example, to whom, from whom, with whom, for whom. Remember, if he or she can be substituted in, use who. If him or her can be substituted in, use whom. EasyTeaching.net